Alright guys, so in this video, we are going to be taking a look at the Pocket 6K and the Sony a7S III, and we're going to be talking about shadow recovery between these two cameras. But this time around, I'm going to be showing you ProRes RAW instead of the internal recording on the Sony a7S III. Here we are. Right here is the Ninja ProRes RAW, and if you go here, you're going to see the controls for this RAW file. You know, you can change all that stuff. We have the Pocket 6K right here, shot in BRAW. Gen 4 400 in camera, and we have the side-by-side. Now we have a -4 stops, -5 stops, we got -6 stops. On this side-by-side shot here, you're going to notice that the Pocket 6K is darker, and that's okay. That's because this is by default. It's using Gen 4. When I change this to Gen 5, color science, it's going to switch, and it's going to look much better. And that's why I like Gen 5 color profile than the Gen 4. So I didn't underexpose the Pocket 6K a lot more than I did the Sony a7S III. This is just how the color profiles are. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. So I'm going to go click on the Pocket 6K, which is on the right side. And I can prove that by unticking this I button here. So it disappeared. So this is the right side, is the Pocket 6K. Go master, and I'm going to change this to clip, and I'm going to change this to Gen 5, and just like that, you see it get brighter. I didn't change anything else. It just got brighter by changing it to Gen 5, and I'll show that to you again. Here's Gen 4. Here's Gen 5. The camera still captured the quality as shot, but you can change the color science in post, which is kind of nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and blow this up so you can see it left and right. And let me get the skin tone in there, and let me go ahead and save it. So what I'm going to do is now try and exaggerate this by cranking up the exposure so you can see the noise at each underexposure, so you can kind of see it, okay? And what we'll do is just go to the Ninja V, and I shot this gray card here so I can kind of use it as a reference. We're going to crank this up all the way to like maybe 40, all right? So I'm going to go here and really just turn it up until that gray card is about 40. So you can kind of see how much noise we're exaggerating there. If I go to the Pocket 6K, I'm going to do the same exact thing by going to the RAW tab and just cranking out the exposure until we are at that 40-ish. And it looks like 4 as well. So that's actually perfect. It worked out. +4, +4 on both. And what I'm going to do is get some phase. Okay, so with that being said, let's go ahead and make this bigger. Sony a7S III on the left, Pocket 6K on the right. So that's what you're looking at by just overexposing it, and you can see the noise profile. This is -4 stops on both. Now, obviously, if you apply a color profile, which we are going to do, you're going to see it clean up a little bit, okay? Because this is log, and this is raw. So let's do that. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is apply the standard Rec. 709 LUTs that come with these cameras. So you can kind of see it. Because obviously right now it's really noisy, but when you have that LUT to convert to Rec. 709, it's going to clean it up a lot. So let's go ahead, and I have it in my project files here because obviously we're working outside of DaVinci Resolve, so I can't just pull it up. Let's see here. And I did download the Sony one from their website for the S-Log3. So I'm going to go to my sequence 2, and this is where I have all my LUTs. So this is my comparison video that you guys already saw. So on the BRAW right here, there is a LUT. And this is the to extended video LUT that I exported from DaVinci Resolve. And what I'm going to do is copy this lumetri here. We're going to go back to our Sony. We're going to go back to the timeline that we were just at. Oh my god, 2 seconds. Okay, here you go. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to copy and paste this to this Pocket 4K. Oh, it didn't copy it. So let's go back. Let's go back to 2. I'm going to get this lumetri. I'm going to make sure I got the BRAW selected. Lumetri. Go to Sony. Double click, paste it here. There you go. Now that it's applied that LUT over there. And what I'm going to do is just zero this out. Because all we need really is the LUT. That's it. So actually, yeah, I don't want to reset it because it's right there, the input LUT. And I'm going to turn all these off so you know that I'm not changing anything curves. All we're getting is that LUT. Extended video from DaVinci Resolve. And we'll do the same thing for the Sony, which I downloaded right here. And if I go to the basic correction, you're going to see this SL3G3C to S709. That's what we want. Copy that, and we're going to go to Sony, and we're going to paste it here. And I'm showing you all this so you guys are seeing that. I'm going to delete that one because that was for the pocket. I accidentally pasted in there. Here we go. SL3GC3. Remove, 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 remove. And I know a lot of people are saying nobody really uses the standard LUTs for these cameras because everybody's a pro, but I'm showing you guys just a baseline, okay? Obviously, if you want to work on these and spend a lot of time, I'm going to zero those out so it's the same. Okay, so this is straight out of the camera, Rec 709 LUTs, all right? So if we go to the Ninja viewers, make sure everything's good. We're using the SL3G3, but we also have to do the S-Log Cine Log 3, which is good. We're going to go to the Pocket 6K. We have Gen 5, Blackmagic Design Film and Film. We did 4 overexposure, and we should have the lumetri right here with the basic LUT inserted right here, which is the extended video that I had to export from DaVinci Resolve because it's not built in Resolve. I mean in Premiere. So here it is. -4 stops underexposure. Obviously, like I said, the shadows are boosted, so the noise are boosted, but this is -4. Okay, so that is -4 stops underexposure. All right, let's go to -5. Again, the Pocket 6K looks underexposed, but that's because this is Gen 4. Switch it to Gen 5, and that fixed the problem. And then what we're going to do is boost that. We're going to boost that exposure again, maybe like to 4 again. I wish this was bigger. Oh, man, I hate this UI. So it's auto-saving, so we'll go ahead and go to the exposure again. And we're going to crank this up to like right there to the 40. And we do the same thing to the Ninja V. And this is raw. And I'll show you raw first. Oh, we don't have the gray card up. So give me a second. Where's the gray card? There it is. And then we'll go to this. And we're going to crank this up. Wish you can kind of like make. Okay, so it's right there. Just a little bit. I can see it right there on the line. So we're going to go back here. And we're going to go 4.2. Okay, almost there. Maybe like 4.8. And it sucks because I have to click out of it to see it properly. But that's just one of the things that you have to do. And I think it is a little bit brighter. So we'll go tick it once down. 4.7. Okay, I think that's a little bit better. All right, so even though over here we raced the cameras at 4+ on the -4 stops, over here it changed a little bit. All right, so that's what you're looking at now. And let's see if there you go. So this is the raw at -5. And this is -5 on the Pocket 6K right here. And this is the A7S III. And then what we're going to do next is, you guessed it, we'll put that LUT in there. So copy, paste. And we're going to copy this LUT and paste. And then we're going to make it bigger. So this is -5 shadow. This is -5 shadow. All right? So that's that. And then for just the sake of it, we will do the -6. We'll do the -6 as well, which is, I can't even see that, dude. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have to, I can barely see it, so give me a second. Gen 5, and we'll do like, we'll give it a 5 and see what that does. I'm waiting for her to put the gray card up. Okay, so there's the gray card. Maybe one more, maybe 6. Let's try 7. Exit out. Oh, okay, it only goes up to 5. Okay, so that's why. So that's the maximum 5, and we'll do the same thing. We'll go to max 5. So let's go right here. Let's go to max 5. Alright, and then we'll subtract it a little bit because you can see it is brighter than the Pocket 6K, so we'll do 4.8 again. Maybe. That looks good. So here is log and raw. -5 underexposure. And then we will recover it, and this is recovered. And then what we'll do is we'll grab the LUTs again and apply it to the clips to clean up that noise a little bit. There's that, and there's your S-Log3. -5 shadow on both cameras. And that's it. So you can see, like I said, for the Sony a7S III, -4 shadow underexposed, you probably don't want. So when you're metering your scene, I wouldn't go -4. I would say maximum -4, because once, let's say this is like a shadow in the car or something like that, and you didn't light it, and it's at -4, you're going to expect a little bit of noise there. Now, obviously, we did crank up the exposure, but just to exaggerate the noise profiles. But on the Pocket 6K, you know, -4 is not bad. And I would say -5 is not bad either. But that's just my opinion. Alright, guys. And I'm sorry that took a long time, but I really just wanted to show you guys. If you have any questions, let me know. And I will see you guys later.